So if you're like me, you wondered whether or not you should try buying one of these Tormach mills. I still can't answer that question for you, but I'm going to show you what is in the stuff that I just got on the truck. We had 2 truckloads, and in this large box, the main mill is supposed to be there. In these 2 smaller boxes, we should have the 2 parts of the stand, and around over here, we have various accessories of the mill. As configured, this mill ran somewhere around $24,000. And we're going to let you see what we find when we open up these packages. On the base here until you're ready to move it. So there's the mill itself. I want you to bring the camera up here and we can show people what this looks like. You can see the spindle up in this area, the main controller. Here's the table across here. And as they promised, the Y-axis motor is disconnected so that it would fit inside the crate. And we can go ahead. Very professionally packed. I'm going to hold on to this. No rust or anything. Everything seems to be nicely preserved with oil as it came from the factory, so I'm happy with that. And we'll figure it out when we get there. But there is the main unit. Now we did buy the optional sling, and that sling is going to go from there to over here so that we can lift this thing up and put it on the stand once we get the stand going. All right. You can try that. Go ahead. This is the stand, and the stand came in 2 separate boxes. We did not go for the full enclosure, but we went for the professional stand. The reviews all said to go ahead and spend the money in Vise. That's what we decided to do. And I don't know what to say about this other than it's a stand. It looks like, you know, it's a good heavy gauge steel. Probably somewhere in the neighborhood, maybe a little heavier than 16 gauge, somewhere in that range. I don't know that we need to take it apart any more than this. Let's set this off to the side and go up to the bottom cage of that crate. Towards the unit. That little crate has got splash guards and things like that. This is going to be the crate, the base that supports the unit, and it is not a light-duty piece of equipment. Wow, take a look at this. Oh my goodness, check out how heavy duty that is. That is not just a piece of light press gauge steel. That is serious welded construction with mounting pads to place the unit where it goes. I believe this is to collect the coolant. It's got a, if that's the case, there's a built-in filter there. We do have everything to attach things where they go here. You can start to see the doors that open up to hold the computer and various other pieces. So, and there is still more pieces of the back that will go up here. So, I think this goes far enough that we can show people what's in here. I don't see any damage, and maybe we'll have to do another video about putting it all together because there's a lot of pretty impressive stuff here. And it is going to be a lot of fun to put together. Just don't use a knife, please. And banded it together. Wrapped around the pallet. They said 640 pounds of equipment here, so we can put it all out on this table at once and a little flatten the floor of the table. Alright, let's start with the Fault Buster Coolant Sprayer. Not very heavy, but let's see what this looks like. Fog Buster coolant sprayer. We open it up. And we have the Fog Buster coolant sprayer. Here's the spray unit across here. We've got a pressure regulator across there. Not quite sure what everything is. This appears to be a magnetic base to hold the sprayer where we need it to be. And I'm guessing that's a mount for the mounting bracket. Bolts will self-thread into container top. And here is the power cord to the system. Okay, so that's a check. If you want to go over there and find the Fog Buster coolant sprayer on that list and put a little red line through it, that will be good. Let's move on to our next unit. Ooh, okay, I guess it's going to be the 58-piece clamping kit with holder. Okay, 58-piece clamping kit with holder. There's the holder. And we're not going to go through all the clamps, but these will go into the various places in the holder so that you have whatever size you need to clamp the work in whatever position you want. Okay, tap chuck. TTS tap chuck. This is for the tapping system, and this was a extra item. We've got the various different chucks to hold the different size taps, and here is the main holder unit across here.
TTS pull and draw bolts.
5-piece collet set. Okay, now these are not actually for this. These are for a variety of different sizes of bits.
Okay.
So this will hold different round sizes.
Now I know what those things are
main
called.
assembling.
50-piece.
All right, now this looks like it's just pretty much a monitor. So.
Do we even want to open that up?
Yeah, it's an Acer monitor. I think we'll trust in that there's an Acer monitor inside there. We're going to wait until we get the arm and have the machine set up, because that's going to mount out on an arm on the side of the machine. Let's just leave that one in the box. Everybody's opened one of those boxes. All right, we have the 31415 5C collet fixture 8-inch. Okay, this is a Tormach item, nicely boxed. I'm not 100% sure what this thing is, but it is the 5C collet fixture. I really don't know what that is. I've got a lot of learning to do on here. I'm guessing the collet actually goes up inside. This might be part of the power drawbar system that we added. I really don't know, but I'm sure. Okay, this is the lifting bar. Now, I already talked about the lifting bar briefly. The lifting bar is a, oh, they charged, I can't remember exactly how much. It might have been $60 or $70 for this bar.
Would it be the lift bar real perfect?
And if a person were careful, you could do all this lifting without this fancy lifting bar. That being said, I decided that I really didn't want to damage this machine after we spent this much money. And besides, this is purchasing that pays for this, not me. So here's our hardware, here's our chains. And across here, out of the bottom, we should have this machine lifting bar. This bar is going to attach so that I can lift the machine. It's going to attach over here to this eye and down here to the table across here, and then it's properly set up to balance the machine so we can lift the machine a little more easily. All right, here's taps and spot drills. Check carefully. This is, we ordered a bunch of taps and spot drills to go with the machine because it's just easier when you have a purchasing department like ours to go all at once. And so we're going to have to find quite a few things on our checklist.
Pizza.
What do we have here? I'm somehow doubting it's pizza. Machine package for PCNC 1100 with licensed software. Okay. Here is our, looks like the old-fashioned parallel printer cable and the power. Oh, and here's a printed version of the catalog that I just printed out on the machine earlier today. And we have stickers for Tormach and all that kind of stuff. And this is the software to go with the machine controller that if you lose and you have to reset, you have to buy again. It's an embedded version of Windows. So we have that. This is machine package for PCNC 1100. I'm not 100% sure what it is. And then, similarly, we have the integration kit for the 4th axis. Now, I'm guessing this actually goes inside the machine controller. This is to add the 4th axis. And, oh, that's a nice cannon plug. That's a well done package that'll work across there. And those will get to be manually installed.
I have not found that integration kit. Oh, here it is.
31750. We've got our whey lube. And we have our synthetic coolant.
Yeah.
And we
Cooler,
have our
Oil.
absorbing pillows. 2 absorbing pillows. That'll be 31925 times 2.
Strap cutter.
Oh, we have a 30196 4-jaw independent chuck. The 3-jaw centering chuck. And I think we can probably just leave that and assume that what's in there is what's in there. All right, here's the TTS tooling for the deluxe package. And I believe, if you look at that, part number 32394, and I believe you'll find that there's a bunch of line items on that one. Okay, what's next? Oh, you're going to the big stuff. Please check carefully. Mixed merchandise enclosed. There is a lot of stuff in this. It says in handwritten red. Well, let's open up a lot of stuff.
Yep.
Here's the mini keyboard with keyboard cover. And I'm sure you could use just about any mini keyboard with keyboard cover, but that keyboard cover is to keep dust and chips out, and you can still use it. Nice membrane cover. And then there's the mini keyboard. That's just a standard USB keyboard, so you don't have to use theirs. But honestly, theirs was about as cheap as what you could buy anywhere else, and I figured why not go ahead and buy the one that they have all the instructions based on.
Plus, when it
You
comes
check
with
the
its
mini
own little
keyboard and
cover
cover
like
in.
that to keep stuff out.
Yeah, you'd never get that membrane cover without going through that. Okay, these are coolant accessories. This is to keep the coolant package going. This is part 33215. And I believe, okay, here's a, should be similar to that, a 33068. This is also coolant accessories. USB port assembly, 31289. Some assembly required. Here's the cable kit, 34437. Looks like it has the printer cable necessary and some long USB cables to run various things down to the computer. Did you find it? 34437?
Yeah.
Okay, here we have several things. This is the Superfly cutter kit. So I was wrong on that. I've got an indexable cutter, I've got the Superfly holder, and then this will spin it round and round. And that is 33031, Superfly cutter kit. 32096 load meter. Okay, this is supposed to go in line. I believe it mounts near the top of the unit. And this little option was supposed to let us know how much load we're actually putting on the spindle. It's actually an amp meter, if I understand correctly. There it is. Nice little panel meter here. Very similar to what I bought on eBay for about $5 before, and I guarantee you we paid more than that. But it has a very nicely calibrated board that's been attached to the back to calibrate it into red, yellow, and green. And the more higher the load, of course, the more dangerous things get. So that's the load meter. That'll mount up in the unit itself. Close the load meter. And we are going to look at the shuttle jog controller, part number 30616. The shuttle jog controller is primarily for setup and for manual use. So, ooh, very nice. There's our shuttle jog controller where you can step it forward and backward. You can set it in the X, Y, Z, and A axes, and you can move it faster or slower or manually turn it around this way. That is definitely a nice little controller unit.
What phone number was
That was a 30616. 30 shuttle jog controller. This is some sort of a metal attachment bracket. Looks like a manual crank, perhaps. I've got the 30233, whatever it is. Did you find a 30233?
Yeah.
What is it?
PCNC call it and draw bolts.
Okay, call it and draw bolt. Fair enough. I have the 31991, and this is some kind of a hose kit with attached fittings.
Pneumatic connection for power DB and ATC.
Ah, power draw bar pneumatic connection. 31861, electronic edge finder.
That sounds interesting.
This should allow it to find exact positions, and I don't know if we've got the right software or not, but it might be able to let it do scanning. 31947. Possibly a dial indicator. Okay, we're going to take a look at this box, and then we're going to set it off to the side because it's big and heavy, and this is our power drawbar, 31706. This is an additional option to allow hands-free tool change, and you have to add the power drawbar if you're going to add the automatic tool changer, which we are going to add. So here's our power drawbar. I don't know that we're going to be able to see anything when we look at it, but you can see, well, there's a big cylinder assembly. You can see where that kit, where that pneumatic hose kit is going to go in. And we have 111 power drawbar accessory box. And the power drawbar accessory box, I'm not really sure what all we ordered in the way of accessories. So let's see what's in the box. We don't have to check anything in, but, you know, inquiring minds want to know. Okay. I'm not really sure where all that goes, but I'm sure we'll be learning. Oh, this is the base where it mounts on the machine. This will be where it mounts on the spindle. So we have to have a way to move things. Part number. Oh, we got an automatic oiler, 230 volts, 31222. Extra cord grip, 31376, and 10-foot clear nylon tubing. So this is the automatic oiler kit. I think we'll just leave that together. Okay,
Get this.
this is the vise. Now, I struggled with whether or not to buy this vise because you can buy a Harbor Freight vise for next to nothing. And I want to say this was around $75 or maybe even $100. But I can tell you that next to nothing Harbor Freight vise is worth next to nothing. So let's see what this vise is like. This is the machinist vise. And I can tell you it is big and it is heavy. And wow. Very nice. Yeah. Smooth. All right. Yeah, I think that vise was worth, I think that was wise to do that instead of the Harbor Freight version of the vise. What else is in here? There's the handle for the vise. This is 30553. All right, I'm guessing people are going to want to see this controller. Okay, this is the machine controller, part 34917. You do not have to use their machine controller, but
Have we ever done this?
we have not yet. You don't have to use this, but you would be a fool not to use this because this is all set up to work with their machine, and one of the reasons you buy their machine is because it's all set up to work, and you could tinker forever coming up with your own. We have a mouse, and it's been labeled Tormach. And here is the actual computer unit.
Right. Tormach machine controller mouse. I assume that mouse was.
There's another CD.
Where?
Okay, looks like we have more than one version here. This is the main controller, and this is the program that's going to run Mach 3, and it's got documentation and so on. It can be set this direction or this direction. I believe it's going to actually ride this direction in the unit. There is supposed to be a DVD drive, and we have a numerous USB drives that will actually be able to be ported to remote locations. We've got monitor graphics cards and so on. But this unit is the heart of making the machine itself work. So, that's the...
Got a restore drive.
Yeah, that's what it is. 800 watt high-speed spindle kit. It looks like a glorified, this is the base for it, and it looks like a glorified 1/4 inch router of some kind, but that's basically what a spindle is, isn't it? So, here's the mounting base. It's by Press. It says milling motor, original. We're going to check it and see what it is. Okay, and it is, just like it says, we've got a small unit, 800 watt spindle, and it goes to, according to this, 29,000 RPM.
We got a part
So-
number for that. Actually, I think I got it.
No, but it said
Okay, this is a part 33284, and TTS CNC set. Once again, we have software, the Tormach Tool Assistant.
That's a nice holder.
We have holders for the tools. We have lots of these things we've seen before. Basically, we have a lot of tooling involved in here.
Dad.
So,
I need the point.
I'm not sure where they are. Here they are. That's the TTS tool set. And if I had more time to show you all the individual tools, then I would be able to do that. But I think in the interest of time, let's move on. This is the LCD monitor arm. I tried to order 2 of these, and they told me only one would fit. I was going to put like a little tray on the other one, but apparently my stand options I chose were incompatible with using it. This is a 302-304 jaw adapter plate. Now, this is 30197.
Tailstock.
The tailstock for the 4th axis lathe, and let's go ahead and hold off on doing this. I'm pulling this one apart. I have the 30194 motorized rotary table. This is our 4th axis. I'm going to go ahead and open that up because I know if anybody's actually interested in buying one of these, one of the questions you got is, should I try to afford the 4th axis plate? So, let's take a look and see what this 4th axis looks like. My question is, how accurate is this 4th axis going to be? For that, you're probably, oh, very nice. Here's our 4th axis. You can see the stepper motor, it comes across here. Certainly feels nice and tight right now. Maybe a few thousandths of play in that. That's going to be something that we're going to have to wait and see how it works later on. Shut that off for now. This box, and this is the box we've been waiting for. This is the automatic tool changer. And that is a part number 32345A. ATS automatic tool changer.
Well, a hard time getting that one on the
I'm not going to see too much of this tool changer, but you can definitely tell what it is from here. Here's our units, and again, for this to be used, it requires that you have the power drawbar option. I think this is as far as we're going to take this apart right now. We're going to wrap up this video, which is already way too long. We'll probably fast forward through a bunch of things that you just saw us fast forward through. And if you're still with us, you're probably interested in buying one of these mills. Is this a good mill? Ask me again in about a year. last box, and this is the box we've been waiting for. This is the automatic tool changer. And that is a part number 32345A. ATS automatic tool changer.
I'll have a hard time finding that one on the list.
I'm not going to see too much of this tool changer, but you can definitely tell what it is from here. Here's our units, and again, this is, for this to be used, it requires that you have the power drawbar option. I think this is as far as we're going to take this apart right now. We're going to wrap up this video, which is already way too long. We'll probably fast forward through a bunch of things that you just saw us fast forward through. And if you're still with us, you're probably interested in buying one of these mills. Is this a good mill? Ask me again in about a year.